So find your chairs and we'll begin our practice this morning, this beautiful morning, with some nice deep breathing. So again, breath is important, right? And to be aware of how you're breathing during the course of your day. We were just talking about, if you have a problem falling asleep, just light ujjayi breath or long, slow breath, extending the exhale breath can just help to calm the central nervous system down. Yeah. And I was just reading today, for that's when you're, in fight flight mode. One of the things which surprised me, a quick thing that you can do is splash your face with ice cold water or put an ice pack on the back of your neck. I have never tried that, but I will next time I'm in fight flight. So it's probably later today. And and see if that can quickly get that central nervous system to calm down. Anyway, if anybody tries it, let me know and see if it works. Yeah, because there's lots of different tips to get out of fight flight. Most common one for me is just to breathe slow and extend the exhale breath. Yeah, and feel your breath filling, right? So we'll do that. So let's just shake a little bit. Let's shake off the day so far. Good. Roll the shoulders, just move the body. However, you can close your eyes and just organically move your body, however your body wants to move today. Good. Yeah. And then relax the body. Good. And then take your hands and just lightly splay your fingers onto your chest. Yeah. Good. And then close your eyes. Maybe even notice if you can feel your heartbeat. Just reminding ourselves all the things that go on in our body constantly, our breath, our heartbeat, our blood flow, our liver that's cleansing, our gallbladder that's cleansing, our stomach and intestines that are digesting. Yes, there's constant things are, just breath alone, lungs working, taking breath in and out 24/7. Yeah, what a miracle this is that we hold. Good. Close your eyes if you haven't already. So we're going to come into a nice posture. So gently lift. If it's not uncomfortable for you to have your hands just laying on your chest, you can bring your palms up on your lap, either one. Yeah. All right, we're going to just take some deep breaths here. So let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and let it go with a sigh. As if you're just letting go of all the tension in your body. And again, breathe in and let it go. Now bring your awareness to your belly. As you breathe in, let the belly rise. The ribs expand and the heart rise up to the collarbone. And then exhale, relax the collarbone, relax your rib cage, relax your belly. And again, inhale, belly, rib cage, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, rib cage, belly. Yeah. So continue at your own pace, taking full deep breaths, breathing into the belly, the ribs, collarbone. And then breathing out, opposite, reverse, collarbone, ribs, belly. Full yogic breath. 2 more. Full breathing. That whole center body, whole solar plexus area expanding and relaxing. And on the next exhale breath, just relax the breath. Float your hands down onto your lap if you haven't already. And feel the tongue relax in your mouth. Typically, the Tongue should be resting, the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. Yeah, relaxing the shoulders. Good. Relaxing the jaw. Bringing a tiny little smile to your face. Feel the muscles of your face relax. Good. All right, then when you're feeling ready and complete, you can gently flutter your eyes open. So that little bit of breathing and that little bit of intention of sort of going through your body to relax the different parts of your body, especially the upper, our jaw takes so much tension, our neck, our shoulders, right? And so to consciously relax that really helps with just, making your body or your mind just feel the joy, that simple joy of, I have control. I don't have control of a lot out there. If you want to have a really bad day, try to control everything around you. That doesn't happen very, well. Yeah, but you have that control of what you want to, how you want to feel. Yeah. And yes, some days are challenging. Knowing that we can get back to that, just dealing with what you need to deal with, and then get back into your practices, get back into your breathing. Think of something that'll bring you joy. If you have this list of, I need to do this and this and that, it's like, do I have to do that today? Can I just sit and read my book today? Can I not do everything that I do every day? And you have that choice. Yeah. Okay. So nice tall spine. Good. Take a nice breath in again and let it go. Good. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, let your head float over to the right. Just relaxing. Good. And then let's take our, bringing your hands down on your lap, press into your feet and lift your head back up. And then exhale, take your head over to the other side. Good. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale, chin to chest. And inhale, come back up. And exhale again, chin to chest. And inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Bring it up, back slightly, and over to the other shoulder. And bring it down. Good. And again, you can soften your gaze, look through your eyelashes, maybe. I don't have very big eyelashes, so pretend. Yeah. Or even close your eyes. Do 3 slow circles here. And the next time that your head comes forward, pause, and then reverse, go the opposite direction. Just enjoying the stretch. Next time the head comes forward, pause. Good. Press down into your feet, slowly lift your head back up. Take a nice big breath in. And again, as you exhale, drop your chin to your ear to your shoulder. Yeah. Good. So we don't want the chin up. We want the head forward. Take your right hand and gently just touch the top of your head. Good. Bring your left forearm across this rib cage again. So we're holding the rib cage now. Good. And then roll your eyeballs up to the upper left corner of the room. Good. Getting that vagus nerve stretch, that energy going in that vagus nerve, which is responsible for all of those bodily functions we talked about at the beginning of class, right? Our lungs, our heartbeat, our breathing, our digestion, all of that. Yeah. So nice open vagus nerve. All right, now take another breath in. And as you exhale, take those left fingers to the outside of your right rib cage. And as you exhale, just gently, just like a 1/2 inch, glide your rib cage over to the left, giving a little bit more opening on that left side of the neck. Yeah. And breathe, looking up and over to that right side corner of the room. Yeah. And now relax the left hand, the left fingers. Good. Roll your eyes back forward. Take your right hand to the outside of the right side of your head. Press into your feet as you inhale, lift the head back up. And as you exhale, release both of your hands back onto your lap. Good. And let's roll the shoulders. You can drop your arms and just release any tension there. Good. And then reverse, roll your shoulders other way. Good. And relax. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale now, let the head float to the left. Yeah. And then taking your left hand and just touching very lightly the top of your head. So your gaze is forward to start. Just bend that elbow and bring your forearm, just lay it onto your rib cage. Your right hand. And then take the eyeballs and roll them up to the upper right corner of the room, opposite of where your head is. I might have not done that right on the other side. But you're looking the opposite way that your head is tilted. And breathe. Yeah. Good. Now, if you have some space and it feels okay, as you next exhale breath, take your right fingers and start to glide your rib cage over to the right, opening up that right side a little bit more. Breathe. Good. And then as you exhale, relax that right forearm. Yes, you let the rib cage go. Roll your eyes back forward. Take your left hand to the left side of your head and inhale, press into your feet to lift your head back up. Exhale, release your arms down. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Good. And mirroring you, so everything I'm doing and saying is opposite of what you're seeing. Yeah. And then let's take our hands to the neck and just to give yourself a nice massage, maybe to the upper, those trapezius muscles that I talk about a lot, the top of your shoulders. Find maybe some tender spots there. Give yourself a nice massage. Good. Back to the neck. And then relax. Arms, roll them out. Take your fingers and start to tap your thymus, thyroid, that sternum area, out to the pec muscles towards underneath your arms. Yeah, good. Always tender there for me. Yeah, good. And then tapping your arm, just waking up our prana energy. Yeah, and tap legs. Good. And relax. Nice tall posture. Find that tall posture again. Put your hands forward. Bring up hands into a light fist. And rotate your hands in opposite directions, your fists. Yeah. And then reverse, go the opposite direction. Good. And then relax. Bring your awareness to your shoulders here and see if you can glide your shoulders back slightly. Good. And then you're going to open your hands, lift them up, and rotate hands forward and back, out and in, out and in. Back and down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. And relax, shake out your fingers. Good. Arms a little bit. Relax your arms down. Good. Let's take a breath in and let it go. A nice sigh. Press into your feet and let your arms float up halfway. Relax your shoulders. Yes. Good. And stretch your fingers to either side of the room. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Almost like you want to touch both sides of the room. Good. Lift your fingers up and down and up and down. Now bring the fingers up, spread them gently wide, and rotate your arms in little circles. Good. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Yeah, if you need to take a break at any time, just relax the arms and meet us back. And now reverse your circles. Good. Breathing. smiling. No, you're probably getting fatigued, releasing a lot of tension in the shoulders, believe it or not. Take a breath in and exhale, release your arms down. Good. And let the weight of the arms just hang down. Relax the top of your shoulders. Good. And then just do a couple tiny little rolls of the shoulders. Again, inviting them to relax. And then rock opposite direction. Good. And now floating your hands back onto your lap. Little cat-cow for our spine. Good. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chin slightly. Big breath in. As you exhale, slide your hands to the front of your knees. Let your head drop. And you can hold on to the front of your knees as you reach your spine towards the back of your chair, just gently. Yeah. And then press into your feet, start to lift the head back up. Hands will start to slide back, bring them all the way to the top of your thighs. Reach your elbows back behind you so you feel that opening up in that chest, heart area, and lift the chin. Good. Opening up the throat, heart chakra here. And then exhale, slide your hands forward, relax the head, drop it down. And again, inhale, slide the hands up, reach your elbows back, look up. And exhale, slide the hands forward, just at your own pace. Just make this feel good. Let's do one more. Each time you come up, see if you can open a little bit more. Reach the elbows back a little bit more. And exhale, slide the hands forward, relax the head down. And now just press into the feet and lift the body straight back up. Good. Nice tall spine. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Bring your elbows onto your knees and part of your forearms. Coming into Sphinx pose, opening up our spine. So keeping your gaze down, looking down between your hands. Go ahead and slide your arms back, your elbows back on those thighs. Like you want to move that thigh muscle back towards your hips. Yeah, good. And then press into your feet on an inhale breath, lift the head. Yeah, so take a breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly turn your head over to the right. And inhale, bring the head back forward. And exhale, slowly turn your head over to the left. And inhale forward. One more. Slowly turn your head to the right, maybe a little further. And back forward and over to the left. And come back forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your head. Look down between your hands. Yeah, good. And then slide your right hand onto your thigh and your left hand onto your thigh. Press down into your hands, press into your feet to slowly bring the body back up. Good. Relax your shoulders back and down. Good. I'll bring some attention to our feet. Lift your heels up. We're gonna start to open up our heels a little bit. This will be part of our stability, static balance a little bit. And drop the heels. Now lift the toes up. Hopefully you've all been practicing lifting your toes up. Yes, that's one of the most common, I guess, when notifications that if you can't lift your toes, and then heels down, lift the toe. So keep just going to heel toe. Yeah, when you lose the ability when you're standing or sitting to lift your toes, that's kind of a sign that you're weak. Your legs are weak. Yeah, more propensity to, make a fall. So it's really important to keep these ankles and feet moving. Yes. Okay, one more. Lift the heels and pause here. When your heels are lifted, see if you can lift them up a little bit higher. You feel a lot of muscles engaging. Your thighs are engaged, your calves are engaged, and our calves are a muscle that pumps blood up to our head. Yes. So that's why it's important to walk and use our legs and Release your heels now. And now lift your toes as high as you can. And lift them up a little higher if you can. And again, feeling the leg muscles engage to help you do that. Good. And release. Good. And now, as if you have, just move your toes around in your shoes. See how much room you have. It's a really great idea to have toes that are not scrunching, or shoes that aren't scrunching your toes together, that your toes have a little bit of room in your shoes. Yeah. Even if you have socks on in your shoes, practice like grabbing your sock and dragging it back on the bottom of your shoe. That's a really great exercise for your feet strength. Yeah, toe strength. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Drag your, the socks from your toes to the ball of your foot. Drag them back. Anyway, yeah, that's yoga, right? Just moving everything around in your body. Yeah, paying attention to that. Good. Okay. So let's bring our legs out wide. Yes. So knees are about 90 degrees here. Take a nice breath in, nice tall spine. Exhale it out and come bend forward slightly. Good. Pressing into your left foot, bring the body over to the right and up. And then pressing into the right foot, bring the body to the left and forward. So just do a couple circles at your own pace. Maybe they're small, nothing should be uncomfortable. Maybe the belly's tucked in slightly to support the low back. Yeah, and just nice and yeah, good. Next time you come forward, pause, press down into your feet and slowly come back up. Good, relax your arms down, bring your arms out again into a T. Bend your elbows, and we're going to find ourselves in seated goddess pose here. So heart is lifted, upper arms are gently reaching back to open up the heart. Good. And now we're going to lift the right heel up and bring it down, and lift the left heel up and down, and the right heel and down, and the left heel and down. And now lifting both heels up, lifting the chin up slightly and breathing. Yes, 3 big breaths here. Yes, these back bends are warming poses on a day like today. That feels good. For 2 and 1. And release your heels down. Relax your arms down slowly. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Bring your hands onto your legs and toe heel, your feet back to hip distance apart. Good. One more seated pose here. Yeah. We're going to take the right leg, just the right leg out now to the side. Body forward. We're going to take the right hand onto the left thigh. Relax your left arm down. Good. And then turn the palm out. Press into your feet. So engaging these thigh muscles. Lift your left arm out and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, stretch your left fingertips up as high as you can. Good. Another breath in. And as you exhale, hold on to that left thigh and reach up and lean over to the right. Try to keep your left ear right next to your left arm. Yeah. And get nice and long, right? And breathe. Good. For 2. And again, nothing should feel uncomfortable. If your back is hurting, you don't go as far. Yeah. Now pressing into your feet on an inhale, come up. And as you exhale, relax this left arm, let it float down. Good. And now we're going to take this left hand, bring it behind your left hip. If you don't have room back there, you can just leave it alongside your chair. Get a nice tall spine. And as you exhale, see if you can twist at your waist over to the left, looking over towards your left shoulder. Yes. Bring your awareness to your right thigh. Is your right thigh caving in? See if you can reach it back. Yes. And breathe here. Again, not over rotating. You just want this to feel like a nice little stretch. And breathe. 2 and 1. And now as you exhale, relax everything. Slowly bring the head back forward. Slowly bring your arms onto your thighs. And then toe, heel, that foot next to the other. Yes, good. And roll out the shoulders. Good. Relax the arms down, press down into your feet on an inhale breath. Lift your shoulders up to your earlobes. Just give your spine a nice stretch. Good. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. Let's take this left leg out to the side now. Good. All right. And then squaring your shoulders so we're not turned, we're squaring our shoulders. So that if that means you need to bring this leg in a little, that's good, that's fine. We're going to take the left hand onto the right side now. Relax the right arm down. Nice tall spine, turn the palm out. On an inhale breath, press into your feet to reach that right arm out and up. You can always be in cactus pose if you have shoulder issues. Anytime we bring our arms up, yeah, if this is your arm up, that's fine. Yeah, good. If your arm is straight, take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach your right fingertips up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Feel that whole stretch starting at your hip, all the way up your arm. Good. Nice breath in again. Exhale, hold on to that right thigh as you stretch up and lean over. And again, we don't want the head down here. We don't want to stretch. Just want that head right next to that upper arm. And breathe. 2 and 1. Press into your feet. Let the body come back up. Exhale, release that right arm, float it down. As the arm descends, pay attention to your shoulder. Make sure your shoulder's relaxed. Yeah, good. We want to take care of those shoulder joints. And now bringing that right hand behind the right hip. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, just slightly turn over to the right. Feeling the twist coming from your waist. Yeah, reaching that left thigh back. Turning and looking towards the right shoulder. And find your breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. Good. Enjoying the stretch, making sure that you can breathe fairly easily. It's a little challenging in a twist. And on your next exhale breath, relax, turn the head back forward. Bring your arms, your hands back to your thighs, and toe, heel, your feet back to about hip distance apart. Good. Relax, roll it out. Let's take a nice big breath in and let it go. Releasing any tension that may have built up in those stretches. Yeah. Now we're going to make our way to standing. If you'd like, feel free to remain in your chair. Sliding the heels back if you're standing, hinging forward. We're going to keep our head above our shoulders. We're going to bring our awareness to our heels and our chin, right? And then, so on our next inhale breath, we're going to press into the heels and lift the chin, and that'll bring the body back up. Let's take a breath in, let it go, hinging forward just a bit. On an inhale breath, hinging forward a little more, press into your heels and lift your chin. Lead with your chin. Come to a stand. And just as a reminder, all of these are just suggestions that I give. You do not need to do what I'm doing. You can modify it for your body. Yeah, so let's just move the body. Yes, everything should feel nice and loose. And just making my camera up a little bit. Yeah, so move the body nice and energetically. We've been sitting for a little while, so transition slowly here. Yeah, good. Wiggle it out, dance, hum. Remember we did that a couple weeks ago. If you're, feeling in your head, just hum it out. Put a song on and hum to the song. Yeah, good. Roll it out. Good. All right. And come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. And then let's get a nice tall spine, and let's just get the heart rate moving by a little march here. Yeah, just nice and easy. Good. You can take a couple steps forward and a couple steps back. You can break into a little jog if you feel like doing that. Up and back. Nice. Doesn't have to be anything big, just any kind of movement gets the blood flow going. Yes. Good. And slow it down. Good. And then maybe lifting one knee up, opposite hand. That's also really nice strengthening for our legs, good coordination for our brain-body connection. Yes. Nice and controlled. Yes, and if lifting the knee up is uncomfortable for you, you lift the heel. Yep, that's getting the blood flow. That's getting that calf pumping the blood up to our head. Yes. And relax, roll it out. Good. Bring your legs a little bit wider apart. Soften the knees. Good. Inhale to one side through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Our stress release. Inhale through the nose. Out the mouth. Now exhaling the opposite side. Inhaling the opposite side. Just transitioning, had to get that brain connection going, keeping you in the present moment. Yes, you're figuring it out. And come back to center. Good. Being in the present moment, right? We talk about that in yoga all the time. This is where we're most joyful, in the present moment. When you think about it, anxiety is about the unknown. We're making up stories in our mind of what could happen, right? Worry is about what already happened. It's gone. It's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. When we're in the present moment, even in a really challenging situation, we just act, right? Not that we're in joy there, but we're in the present moment. And so we're able to figure it out, take the steps that we need to take, right? And we're not in anxiety and we're not in worry. We're just in action, right? And so it's that, spend this week thinking about, or contemplating, am I in anxiety? Like, am I worried about something that's not even happened yet? Am I making up a story of the possibilities of all what could happen, which is bad? Am I in worry? Like, I don't really want this, So think about when you're in both of those places, anxiety, worry, and see if you can get yourself back into right now. What's happening right now is sort of the same thing with joy that we talked about, What can I be joyful about right now? Yes. And it's really a great practice. Yes. Good. All right. So let's come to our little balancing pose. Actually, we're going to do a little side bend first here. All right. So feet planted on the floor, kneecaps lifted, shoulders back and down. Yeah. Good. On an inhale breath, we're going to reach both arms out and up. We're going to interlace our hands above our head. We're going to steeple our pointer finger. So this is called Kali Mudra. We do this a lot, right? Bringing your little Kali Mudra like a flame above your head. Yeah, good. Relax the shoulders back and down. Lift the heart. Press into your feet and see if you can reach your little Kali flame up a little higher towards the ceiling. Yeah, this mudra sends energy to the body and to the mind to get rid of stuff we're holding on, burn stuff that is not, giving us joy, right? That is not keeping us in the present moment. So let it go. Good. Take a nice big breath in, arms next to the ears. Exhale, soften the knees and come over to the right slightly. And inhale, come up. And exhale over to the left. And up. And over to the right. Again, make this feel good. Not overextending. Coming straight back up. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. On an inhale breath, separate your hands, bring your fingers up towards the sky. You can see me in this, yeah. Take a nice big breath in. And on an exhale breath, release your right arm down. Good. Again, take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach up and lean over to the right. Stretching long from your left fingertips down your arm, down the left side of your body, into the outside of the left foot. Yeah, good. And breathe. Now on an inhale breath, just lift the left arm straight back up. Exhale. And on an inhale breath, lift the head back up. And as you exhale, release that arm down. Good. On an inhale breath, now you can roll the shoulders out a little bit. On an inhale breath, reach that right arm out and up. Take a breath in. And on an exhale breath, reach up and lean over. Again, try to keep that right ear next to the arm. Yes, so it's not about how far you go over, it's about how long you can get here. So stretching from the right fingertips down the arm, under the arm, rib cage, hip, right outside of the foot. Yes, good. And now inhale, lift the right arm up, just the arm. Exhale. On an inhale breath, lift the head up. And as you exhale, release that right arm down. Good, nice and slow. Good. And relax. Shake out any tension here. Move the body. Good. All right. So coming to our static balance. So you'll need your chair. So it can be on either side of your chair, just so that you have this handy to hold on to. Yes, because we're going to do a little bit of balancing here. Good. So again, feet are about hip distance apart. Let's take a breath in and let it go. And then we'll begin. Holding on to your chair, simply we're going to lift the heels up and balance on the balls of your feet. Good. Finding a spot to stare at sometimes helps. And then release your heels down. So notice how that felt. A little bit of wobble is good. That's engaging all these deep core muscles. Yeah. Again, we're going to lift the heels up, maybe a little higher. Ooh, and just experiment with. And then release. And now if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, going to lift the heels up. Again, this is really strengthening for our calf muscles. And maybe you lift your hand up off the chair. Just try a little balancing there. And then release. Yeah, a little bit more challenging, right? A little bit more wobble. You got the chair there to hand up. And again, lifting the heels up a little bit more. Yeah. And then see if you can just lift your fingers up. You know the chair's right there. Balance and release. Good. And now one more. If you felt fairly stable, even with lifting your hand up, maybe you try this with hands on your hips. Yeah, good. I know it sounds simple, but this is challenging. This is great practice for keeping us upright. Yeah. All right. And then just begin lifting the heels up. Find your spot to stare at. In your mind, say, I've got this. I've got this. Maybe lift them up a little higher. And release. Yeah. And let's do that one more time. Lift the heels. Just be playful with this. Yes. Can you go up a little higher? Yeah, I can do this. I can do this. And release. Good job. Shake it out. Shake it out. So important to keep our feet, our ankles, our calf muscles, our leg muscles. That's what's going to help us, not fall, right? That's going to be less likely that we will fall. And it's more important the older we get, because our muscles very quickly atrophy if we're not using them regularly. And many of us, me included, you get a health issue, and so you're kind of down for a week, and the muscles just, start to get lazy. So these simple little things. Now we're going to do the opposite. This is even more challenging, I find. It's going backwards. We're going to lift our toes. So it's helpful to send the hips back just a little bit. You can lean the hips back a little bit, body's just a little bit forward, and lift the toes now. So you're balancing on your heels. Good. And release. How did that feel? And again, lift the toes. And release. Good. Now, if you want, we'll practice with lifting the hand up off the chair. So lifting the toes, maybe even one finger on the chair, maybe lifting it up. That is challenging, right? And release. Lifting the toes. Again, lift that finger up. See if you can balance even for a second. Yeah. And release. Now, come back upright, take a break. And now if you want to challenge yourself a little further, and sometimes it helps with the balance of bending the elbows. So let's bend the elbows, send the hips back. If you feel like you want to start with one hand on the chair, feel free, and lift those toes. Yeah, see if you can lift both arms up, bending the elbows, balancing on those heels. You got it, you got it. Tell yourself, I've got this, I've got this. And release. Good. And one more round. Again, however you want to do it, whatever's challenging for you. And start with hand on chair, lift the toes. See if you can bend both elbows. Balance 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Good. And come back to a stand. Nice job. Shake it out. Good. All right, a little bit more static balance. You're doing a great job. Let's relax. Take a breath in and let it go. Good. All right, now we're going to take your outside foot and step it back into a lunge. And then so there's a slight bend in the front knee. You're stretching your heel, the back knee, making sure your heel's straight back, it's not turned in. Good, so just a simple little lunge here. Yes, and again, chair's there to hold on to if you need it. Yeah, good. Now, can you raise your outside arm? And if you're feeling steady, can you raise the other arm? Good. Take a breath in, lift the heart, look up slightly. Good. And now as you exhale, drop your arms and step that back foot just on the ball of the foot to next to the other and release. All right, we're going to do that again. Find your lunge, step back. Good. Nice tall spine. Maybe one arm up, maybe both. Lift the heart, look up. And as you exhale, step nice and controlled. Tap that ball of the foot next to the other, the inside. Yeah, and release. Good. And now we're going to step back. We're going to do 2 more. I'm going to step back. But if you want to challenge yourself just a little bit more here, good. Find your lunge. Lift one arm up. Lift both arms up. Take a breath in. Lift the heart, look up. Squeezing the glute. And now as you exhale, dropping the arms or arm and lifting the knee up in front of you and pausing. Yeah. And release. Good. How did that go? And now one more. Step back. And again, you can just do the tap to center. You don't have to lift the knee. Yeah. Good. You don't have to do anything. Heel straight back. Lift the heart. One arm up or both. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in. And nice and controlled as you exhale, lift that outside knee up, drop your arms, pause. Yes, the freeze game. And release. Good. And shake it out. Good. All right, we're going to do the other side lunge. Good. So find your posture. Take the inside leg and step it back. Find your lunge there. Yeah. If you want to move to the other side of the chair, if that feels easier for you, you can do that. Good. And now, actually, why don't we all do that? One access to the chair. The other side here, taking that outside leg, stepping it back. Good. All right. And then lifting one arm up. That's available. And maybe the other arm. Good. Lift the heart, stretch up. And as you exhale, drop your arms as you tap in. And release. Step that outside leg back. You can have tiny little lunges here. You can hold on to the chair the whole time if that's more comfortable. So you can lift one arm, and as you step, you just drop one arm. Yeah. Or you can have both arms up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tap in. Good. Release. All right. 2 more. Step back. Good. So that heel straight back. Reach one arm or both arms up. And on this one, if you want to, you can lift the knee. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your arms and lift that outside knee up. Nice tall posture. Pause. Yeah. This is really working our balance. And release. Good. And last one. Step back. Good. Lift the heart. One arm up. Maybe both. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift that knee up nice and controlled. Pause. And release. Good job, everyone. All right. Let's just take where we are, bring our legs out just a little wider, soften your knees here. And let's just do a nice little hip rotations to loosen up those hips. Yes, that whole balancing is working our big muscles in our legs and, stabilizing hips. And pause and reverse, go the opposite direction. Good. And come back to center. Good. Bring out both feet back, find your mountain pose. Okay, one more little balancing posture here. Again, that static balance, like when we take a trip over something, that's what this helps for, all of this that we're doing today. Yeah, the brain will be able to catch it quicker. We'll be able to catch ourselves quicker. We'll be able to have those muscles working that need to catch us. If we do trip or misstep or, trip over a curb or whatever, carpet, yeah, try to not have any area rugs in your house to trip on wires. All right, we're simply going to be standing here. We're going to take a hop onto the outside foot. We'll start with the right foot, yeah, or whichever is the outside for you, right? And we're basically just going to step and lift that foot up and pause. Again, like that freeze game. Yeah. And then come back to center. Good. Take a breath in. Hop forward, lift the back leg, pause. Good. And step back. Good. And one more time. Hop forward, pause. And back. Yeah. So it's just practicing that, those odd little movements that really help the brain. All right. Making sure that you're clear here. We're just going to do the other leg. Yeah. So just the opposite leg now. We're going to hop, pause, freeze. Yeah. Try to be nice and controlled. Step back. Good. Hop forward, pause. Maybe lift that back leg up a little higher. Step back. Good. And last one, step forward, pause. Try to be as still as you can. Yeah. And freeze, or unfreeze yourself and shake it out. Good job. Good work, everybody. Yeah. Again, let's come out to a little bit wider apart and just do a couple hip circles here. And a couple in the other direction. Getting those hips nice and loose. Good. And stepping back to mountain pose. Good. We're going to reach our arms. Let's actually take a breath in. And exhale. Let go of any tension that you're holding. Just remember that breath, even during the course of your day, as you go through different things. Just take those long breaths. Glide your hands back. Interlace your hands. Bring your pointer fingers down towards the floor. Opposite Kali Mudra here. Yeah. Take a breath in. Lift the heart. As you exhale, reach your pointer fingers towards the floor. Reach your shoulders back. Look to where the ceiling meets the wall and find your breath. Opening up the whole body here. Yeah. The throat chakra, right? The third eye, the heart, solar plexus. Breathe for 2 and for 1. Just opening up to joy, all possibilities. Having faith, knowing that you'll always get what you need. And exhale, relax. Good. And release. Yeah. The divine energy never gives you more than you can handle. Yeah. All right. Let's make our way to our chairs. Such a great job up here. So sitting down mindfully. Yes, I like to stand in front of my chair, get myself ready. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift your hips back, using these legs to sit down, not just plopping, right? Yeah, I sometimes bring my hands to the outside of my thighs as I sit a little lower. Press your thighs into your hands. Yeah, then you can reach for your chair and release your hips onto your chair, nice and easily. Scooted forward just a little bit. Good. All right, we're going to take a nice breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Grab behind the right knee. Inhale, hug your thigh into your belly. And if it's available to you, cross your legs here. Yes, good. All right. And then relax your arms down. If this is uncomfortable for you, cross at your ankles. Like that. Yeah, good. Relax the arms down, float them out, palms forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your arms forward. We're setting up for eagle pose. Lift your left arm up, or right arm. Cross as high as you can. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Scooch your fingers to the back of your shoulders and lift your elbows up. Even lift your chin up. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, relax your elbows. You can come into full eagle arms if that's in your practice or not. Yes, and then just bow the head forward. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hug yourself. Give yourself the biggest hug. Squeeze your legs together. Lift your pelvic floor muscles up off your chair. Squeeze your face. And breathe, squeeze, 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 just squeezing out your lymphatic system here. Another breath in. And as you exhale, relax everything. Good. Press down into your left foot. Slowly bring your head back up. Reach your elbows up towards the sky. Yes. And just unfold your arms nice and gracefully. As the arms float down, relax your shoulders. Always relaxing those shoulders. Good. And then uncross the legs. So what this does is it squeezes all the lymph nodes under your arms and in your groin area and your body, right? And we're squeezing out stale, stuck fluids in our body. And then when we release, we get this blood flow flush that helps to eliminate toxins in the body. So good for us. Take a breath in, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, hug that thigh into your belly and cross over either at your legs or at your ankles. Relax your arms, find your nice tall posture. Float your arms out to either side. Bring the arms forward, this time left arm above right, opposite. Cross as high as you can, and then grab as far back on your shoulder blades as you can. Yes. And then lift the elbows up, look up. Get nice and tall first, and then as you exhale, you can drop your arms onto your upper arms onto your chest. Relax your head. Take a breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs, lift those pelvic floor muscles, engage your pelvic floor muscles up and breathe. Yes, even in this squeezing, try to keep breathing deeply through your nose. You can squeeze your face, your ears, make a funny face. Yeah, squeeze everything you can think of, even your toes. Good. One more squeeze, 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 keep squeezing. And then as you exhale, poof, roll back. Press down into that right foot. Slowly start to bring the body back up. Lift the elbows. Start to reach the arms just gracefully out, up and out. Yes. And let them float down like feathers, relaxing the shoulders. Good. And then uncrossing your legs. Good. And just wiggling out the body, shoulders, shaking the hands, just releasing any tension that's in the body at the moment. Yes. And relax. And we'll get ready for our final relaxation pose. Yeah. So sitting back into your chairs, feet planted on the floor, make sure you're cozy and comfy. Feel free to lay down if you'd like that in your Shavasana. Palms up on your lap and close your eyes. Good. All right. So let's take a nice breath in and let it go. Another breath in and let it go. And relax now from head to toe. Feel the top of your head relax. Your eyes, your ears, your jaw, your tongue, and your throat, heart, and shoulders, arms, fingers, your belly, hips, legs, feet, and toes. Take a gentle breath in and let go. Whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. And for just one more minute, let go of all of your efforts. Gentle smile on the face. relax. Bring your awareness to how you feel. And feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to slowly come back now into this space, take a breath in and let it go. Begin to wiggle toes and fingers. Just gently moving the body, sweetly just waking it back up a little bit, but remaining relaxed. Then coming back to stillness. Bringing your hands into prayer position. Resting the thumbs onto your heart. And taking a nice breath in. And as you exhale, relax your forehead to your fingertips. We'll close practice today with this. Looking for pleasure in the future is the biggest cause of misery. Reside in the joy of now. When you are feeling ready and complete, now, gently begin to flutter the eyes open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and taking care of yourself on this beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your day in joy. Yes, namaste.